a comment that was made on Facebook the other day about being a submissive woman. They were saying that a submissive woman controls her man, and I agree with that. I think until we begin to talk in honesty and transparency and stop pandering to both sides, especially to the sisters, because there is so much entitlement, and because men have been quiet for so long, and it's been the men that has been quiet were the type of men that y'all really need to be listening to. The men that doing the most talking ain't the ones, they don't have nothing to say anyway.
What's good? It's your boy Quay Price, man, holding it down for Kandid Konvos. Definitely check us out every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. People today, they lazy. Ain't nobody trying to put in no work. If stuff start getting a little rough in the relationship or in the marriage, ain't nobody trying to fix nothing. Like, I mean, that's how people's mindsets are today. Yeah, but that's how I know that folks don't truly understand what marriage was about, because they tap out way too easy. Yeah, you see people fight harder for a job, like they can't go get another one of them in 2 weeks. Yeah, she's talking about these guys coming to these foreign countries and sourcing out these foreign women because they possess these character traits. Yep, they're more cooperative when it comes to a man, or they're more cooperative when it comes to a marriage and a relationship. They're more, nurturing forward when it comes to a relationship. They're more I don't even want to use the word soft, but I'll use the word soft. They're softer when it comes to, these relationships and interactions with men and so forth. And like I said, we definitely got to be honest. We see a difference, right? We see a difference. And I think, Chloe and Tay made some good points earlier. A lot of this stuff is based around money over here in the West. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Kandid Konvos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Coco on deck. Say what's up to the people, Coco.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Or if you are new, welcome for the first time.
Okay. Well, welcome back and welcome to the newbies. Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all for joining us tonight. We appreciate y'all always holding us down. Man, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Likes are free. So smash that like button, man. It don't cost you nothing to hit the button. So I'm gonna hit that like button, man. That's how we get seen. That's what helps us move in, in a positive direction, man, and grow the platform, man. So definitely smash that like button.
And shout out to, we've reached
My bad. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no problem. I was gonna say shout out to y'all. We have reached a little over 4K here on YouTube. So thank y'all. Clap it up. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Continuing to grow with us. We on our way to 5K. So, if you like the content, subscribe to help us get to 5K. Y'all. We don't ask y'all for much.
Yeah, man. So say that for them again. We don't ask y'all for that.
We don't ask y'all for much. We ain't over here begging for money.
Nah, I ain't.
We just want a little engagement.
Yeah, we ain't smacking.
Just a little bit of engagement.
Nothing. No cash apps, no none of that. Like, come on now. So, man, smash that like button. Also, man, hit that subscribe for all my YouTube folks out there, man, and hit that share as well, man. Let's say we want to get this content out to as many of our people as possible, man. So let's say do us a solid. All right. Well, let me do this real quick as we get into this conversation. So here's the link right here to join us on the panel. You can drop this in your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge. If you're coming through Apple device, come on through your Apple device. But yeah, man, join us on the panel. Don't be scared. Like I said, we as I've said before, we run from no topics over here. We're gonna talk about whatever it is that needs to be talked about. We're gonna talk controversial. But if there's some gems in it, what I'm saying, for us to move in a better direction, I'm open to the conversation, which tonight is an example of that. So yeah, let's say don't be scared, man. But in addition to the video feed here, this link is also in the chat feeds as well. So you can catch it at the Kandid Konvos page on YouTube or Facebook. And you can get it that way. But I'm going to drop this down for a minute. Y'all let us know if you need the link. But once again, you can get it out all the chat feeds because it's already out there circulating for y'all to grab it up if you ain't scared. All right, well, we're going to get right to it. Actually, hold on. Let me see what we got in these comments. See, shout out to my guy Donovan in the building, man. He said, good evening. Hello, Kandid Konvos fam. What's going on, Donovan? Appreciate you hopping on with us. Let me do this real quick, man. Man, shout out to my guy Donovan Crawford, man. Donovan be rocking with us, man. He be rocking with us, man. And I know that sometimes he be out in these elements. I think he still be rocking with us. So, man, shout out to Donovan in the building, man. Let's holding us down, man. He here holding us down, dropping his comments, doing what he do. So, let's say shout out to my guy Donovan in the building tonight. Let's see, shout out to my guy Civil as well. He said, like the video, folks. No, we appreciate that, Civil. Let's say shout out to Civil as well. It's one of my panelists right here. He gets up on the panel. We get down and dirty, in these conversations. Shout out to my guy Civil as well. See, shout out to Kenyatta in the building. She said, woo-hoo. Well, I said once again, Kenyatta. He holding us down, supporting what we do, rocking with us consistently, man, holding down the platform. Shooting over the videos, her and Donovan, man. So let's say I appreciate you guys supporting what we do, man, and what we trying to do out here. Let's see. Donovan also said black women should be with black men, not the sheep. we gonna get there, man. I see you about to pop it off already. All right. I think that's everybody. Hold on. I'll make sure I got everybody's comments be jumping around sometimes. Is that everybody? You don't see no more Coco, do you? Okay, hold on one second. I seen something else just popped up. Oh, that's Vince on my post. Oh yeah, shout out to my guy Vince as well. I just saw him drop a comment, but he on my post. You got to come over to the Kandid Konvos page, Vince. Yeah, that post, that comment went to my page. But shout out to my guy Vince as well, holding us down in the comments, man. And us is one of my panelists. Holding us down every show, every conversation. So shout out to Vince as well. I'm sure he'll make his way over here. All right, cool. We're going to go ahead and get right on into this. We ain't going to hold it up, man. Like I said, we not planning on being here all night, but we're going to handle this biz and we're going to do what we do. All right, so topic for tonight. Black women should be with black men. It's about to get hot, I can tell, man. Once again, topic for tonight, black women should be with black men. Okay. So, yeah, we got an interesting conversation tonight based on some, I don't know, is she there? Or she froze up?
No, I'm here. Okay. He was talking.
No, so I'm just checking. All right. I just wanted to make sure. No, you good. I don't put you. Okay, there you go.
Okay, how you both?
Now you go handle some bids if you need to handle some bids. I didn't know if he's in the middle of something. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so we got a interesting topic. So this topic right now is going viral. So let me find the young. Hold on, we got everybody checking in. Shout out to my guy Beatbox. He said, "What's happening? What's going on, Beatboxer?" It's another one of my panelists, man. Appreciate you hopping on with us tonight, man. You need to be up on this panel, Beatboxer. We might need you for this one, man. This might get a little interesting. Let's see. Beatbox also said Johnny's audio works. See y'all. Okay, y'all ain't about to start this up. Not tonight. We ain't about to start that up. We ain't starting that up tonight.
Don't do her.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing it tonight. Nope. All right. So let me do this real quick. Let's say so this topic is going viral. So I'm gonna put up the young lady. All right. So here's the young lady. As I understand it, you know what I'm saying, and I am not the most well-versed in every single detail of the situation, but it's definitely going viral. It's passed my feed a few times. So this young lady, her name, she goes by Ashley Janae. She is a social media influencer. I don't know if we call them TikTok influencers. I don't know how you refer to them these days, but she's a social media influencer. And as I understand it, she went on a trip with her, I guess this will be her boyfriend, for her 31st birthday. During the trip, if you look in the picture with the lion right here, he proposed to the young lady. And as I understand it, allegedly, because I don't have all the facts, allegedly, while they're on vacation, she allegedly unalived herself via hanging. So she is now deceased. Unless they were there together. I want to say they were in Tanzania, maybe. I think it's Tanzania, but they were in Africa together on this trip, you know, at some luxury resort, together doing what they do, proposals, picture opportunities, making videos, you name it. And now she is unalived via hanging, allegedly. So, of course, you know, it sparked a lot of questions, you know, from the family, from, you know, folks who know of her. Folks don't believe it. They're not trusting the story. So it's a lot of stuff going on around the situation. Hold on, Vince, I got you. Let me send this to you real quick. Hold tight. All right, Vince, I just sent it to you. So yeah, so that's what I heard. Go ahead, Johnny. You want to say something?
Yeah, I had to look it up, and they said there has been a serious. The hotel staff said they had to separate them in different rooms before the incident. So there was already some. Mm-hmm.
So they might have got into a little spat, you know, before this. Okay, I got you. Okay, cool. No, I appreciate that. So yeah, so that's the story. Like I said, 31 years old. She goes by the name of Ashley Janae. I guess she's on IG, TikTok. You know, they're always on all the platforms, right? So that's the story so far. But you know, let me say this real quick. You know, rest in peace to the young lady. Like I said, I don't want anybody losing their life. I don't care what you're doing, who you with, where you at. Like that's not a good look. Young girl at 31. So definitely let me say that up front. Yep, I hate to hear this type of stuff. Especially, you know, when it comes to young folks, you know, that's just getting started, life just getting started. And this is what you have. But based on this situation, it has triggered multiple conversations. I've been seeing all types of videos around this scenario. I got a couple down here that I'm going to put up. I'll probably just play them in pieces just to get the gist of what the young ladies are saying. But I've got some questions myself, which is why I said tonight we're talking black women should be with black men. So, yeah, so that's the context. of how we, how we ended at this topic or how we got to this topic. But I'm gonna run a couple of these videos just to get a couple perspectives of some of the stuff that has sparked off, from this situation with the young lady. And then we'll go from there.
I literally just left from outside the gym because I had already made a post, but it just kind of came over me. And when stuff like this come over me, it's just like I just be wanting to get it out. And I just want to say to like the ladies, like, I know that as women, we want that lifestyle. We want this soft lifestyle. We want a man to pretty much pay for everything. We want the trips. We want the flowers. We want the gifts. We want the materialistic stuff. We want that look. And I get it. And so many girls put themselves up for sale, and y'all start dating men for their money and their resources and for the experience. And what I'm seeing is it's costing women their lives. It's costing women, possibly their lives. Like, it's so many things that go into that, and it's not worth it in the long run. Y'all got to stop thinking that men don't care about their money and their resources. Like, y'all go in thinking that y'all can use men for, like, this lifestyle, and then it backfires. Like, if a man tell you to get rid of a kid, and you think just because he got money, well, I'm going to keep the kid. Sometimes that don't always work out. Rather it's don't work out for you, or rather it don't work out for that kid. Because some of these men that say, you know what, F you and that kid. Then y'all mad, oh, what kind of man don't want to take care of his kid? It's like y'all put yourselves in these crazy positions where it don't always necessarily have to cost you your life, but it can cost you, just the hardship of life. Like, if a man say he does not want a kid by you, you have to respect that. And I don't want to hear you saying, well, if he didn't want a kid, then he should have never been messing with me without a condom. And it don't matter, y'all. I'm not going deeper to that petty conversation. I said what I said. If a man sits here and tell you he does not want a child by you, and you think just because he got the resources or the money, I'm gonna have a kid anyway, then don't complain. And if something comes up missing with you, then don't complain if you can complain. It just seemed backwards a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the time that it seems like it takes to put into chasing men with money could be the same time that you could be chasing a goal, or chasing your own career, or finding a hustle, or at the very least, quit chasing these men for the lifestyle and the experience and the events. Y'all really only be wanting that lifestyle so y'all could post it on social media. Why not get underneath the man with the money and try to figure out, how is this man doing this? Or what can he do to put you up on game? Or what can he invest in? Like, I don't know. If I'm going to be dealing with the mans with the money, I swear to God, I got so many business plans that's rolled out for the time if I ever come across money. So many things that I can invest in. Like, I'm not the girl that want to go in looking for the Chanel bags and the trips and all that. We can do that. But I swear to God on my life, if I'm going to be dealing with the higher end men, man, I'm going to need some investments on, like, something that's going to really benefit me once I get up out that situation on a more.
All right, so that's one. I'm gonna slide into a second one.
To a white man and get you this soft life. Now y'all know I would never do no shit like that, but that was Ashley Janae's theme, and that's like a new trend that I'm seeing. These black women that are in interracial relationships, they are promoting. I never date no black man. Get you a white man, get you a rich white man, and get you this soft life. Well, Ashley Janae could have potentially just met her own demise by this perceived soft life. Because although we don't know for a fact whether or not he killed her, it is looking very suspicious. The fact that they had to put them in separate rooms the night before she was found dead. The fact that I just saw a clip from the mom saying that she's had limited contact with him. Like, why are you not in the parent's face? This was supposed to be your wife. Why have you not either flown the mom to go be with her daughter, or why have you not flown the body back to have an independent autopsy report done? Like, it's just very suspicious. Oopsie, back to my last point, because while recording this video, I just saw that Ashley's parents launched a GoFundMe to help with the mounting financial pressures. Where is this white man? Where is this wealthy white man that was providing this so-called soft life? Why has he not helped with his fiance's financial matters in terms of transporting her body? Doesn't that seem suspicious to you? And the gag is, are black people even going to support this GoFundMe after Ashley was just bashing black men and got with this white man who looks like just killed her ass in Africa. Anyway, and
All right, so that's the second one right there. I might hold right there for a minute. It's another one down here. So yeah, so it's sparked multiple conversations, right? So I was thinking that folks would hold on, Coco. Let me mute you for a second. You got a little bit of feedback. Yeah, I was just thinking that, somebody just lost their life. So folks will be locked in on that piece and making sure that was acknowledged. But in the social media age, with what's going on today and how people look at things, and it hasn't really done that. Like it's done triggered all types of other conversations, as you guys just saw in the video. So yeah, I'm gonna come to the panel, then I'll circle back to the videos. Coco, I know you just came off. You come back off mute and say what you want to say.
No, I mean, I guess I was just coming from the perspective of, I think what bothered me the most was some of the perspectives from other people that have spoken on this topic. And it just, for some, it has given a little bit of the same vibe that it gave when Kevin Samuels passed away. And you had women that were kind of gloating and, saying, oh, that's what you get. And like those types of comments. And unfortunately, I've actually seen the red pill community pick this particular topic up and almost want to come from a perspective of, well, she was out there, bashing black men and look what happened. And, now women are trying to blame us and say, oh, well, if y'all would get y'all act together, then we wouldn't be having to divest and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, I feel like this is just not that type of situation. Like, I'm like, y'all really not turning this into yet another back and forth between us about the state of our relationship within the community. Like, yes, everyone knows by now that this woman was a divester. She was a self-proclaimed soft life divester. I don't even know what that is. I had never heard that until I came across this young lady, and apparently this is a thing, soft life divester. So she specifically believes that, Black women should, for that reason, primarily look for men outside of the culture, white men in particular, that will give them this whatever soft life. And that was sort of her mantra, right? Yeah, I just think that we're playing a dangerous game. I agree with Chevy. Like, I think that this coming from a different perspective. Like, this is just not about just simply a white black issue. At the end of the day, date whoever you want to date. Like, it is what it is. But I just think we're not being very careful. I think we're really not. Our reasons for doing what we're doing, they're not adding up, right? You have men that are saying that they want to divest because they feel like Black women are, tainted and it's over for them, and they don't want to be bothered with Black women. But then we don't talk about the stories of the Black men that are going over to find these women in these foreign countries and are getting robbed. They're getting jammed up. They're getting taken advantage of. There are things happening on that side as well. And now you have Black women. And what we don't realize is she's not a isolated case. There's a lot of young Black women who have gotten caught up with, this whole dating, divesting situation and have lost their lives like this. And some of them have been influencers. Like, she's actually not even the first influencer that this has happened to. It's actually more common than we know, right? She's just getting a lot of publicity right now about it. And this is a problem. And I think it just points to a bigger issue, right? I think Chevy is right. We're no longer living our lives for ourselves anymore. We're living them for everyone else and what they're going to say and what they're going to think. This woman was unalived, I believe, allegedly, on this trip. But there is no shortage of posts and videos on her Instagram right now from this said trip. she was documenting everything. And I just get to the point where I'm like, now I'm wondering, you know, what is this really about? I believe Chevy. I think that you know, women are selling themselves, they're putting themselves up for sale for the aesthetics, for the vibes.
Okay.
And I think for me, that's the scary part. I really want to focus more on that. I don't necessarily want to focus on the fight back and forth between black men and black women. Because honestly, I don't even really know if that's the real issue. That's the root. Like, I'm trying to find the root of the problem. And I don't think that's it. I think that the root of the problem is deeper than that. I don't think it's just only simply black women are mad at black men because this, that, and the third, and black men are mad at black women because this, that, and the third. I think it's deeper. I think it's deeper than that. And I think that until we get to the root of the real problem, like, this is what we're going to see. And I hope that she's the last one, but I doubt that she will be.
Okay. No, I appreciate that right there. Johnny's beatbox events. I don't know if y'all go ahead, Johnny, it's on you.
I was gonna say it's not a white black thing. I think there's a whole bunch of stuff going on at one time. Statistically, black women are killed more than white women in general, period, domestically. And then it's usually by black men. That's only because we tend to date black men, but that's just what it is now. But black women are killed higher rates than white women, period. So I don't think it's a white black thing. In general, we just statistically we're killed more. I do also think, like, with the money thing, I think women are trying to go after men with money. Men with money are different. Like, real money is different. The behavior is different. The way you got to move with them, it is different. You can't just pop your mouth off with a man that got millions and millions of dollars. It's just a different world. So I say it's not a black white thing, because statistically, black women are still killed more by black men because we date black men more. But black women want to start dating rich men, you got to know how to behave. I don't mess with overly rich men.
Wait. Hold up, Johnny. I ain't about to let that slide. Hold on.
They different.
So you saying, wait a minute, like, I got to make sure I understand exactly what you're saying. So you are saying that if a woman decides, I'm just going to use a black woman because that's the context we talking. So if a black woman decides that she wants to get with a wealthy Caucasian man.
No, a wealthy man in general.
Wealthy man. Like, I'm just trying to stick to the context. So this young lady, she was with a wealthy Caucasian man. He's some CEO of some financial firm, right? So she's with a wealthy Caucasian man. So based on what you're saying that young lady essentially would have to get her mouth in check if she gonna be with that type of guy. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, indeed.
So, okay, so I feel what you're saying. So let me ask you this. So if that's the case, why she can't get her mouth in check for a dude making less?
That's something you got to ask her. But I think sometimes me and my client talked about this, another male. No, we talked about this today. And he was talking about black women. And he was saying how he watches his wife's friends, they get in the men's face and they get loud. And I said, I don't think women realize how strong a man really is. Like, they can physically take you out in 2.5 seconds. Literally. But you want to still run your mouth. Okay.
Okay, this is interesting hearing this. This is interesting. Okay. I ain't know if you was done. You want to say something else, or you good? Okay.
No, I just agree with Coco. It's not a white black thing, because statistically we still date more black men. We're still statistically killed by more black men because we still date. But the money thing, I think, if you want to go after these wealthy men, you got to move differently. Shut your mouth.
Okay. I appreciate it.
I agree.
Go ahead, Coco. You want to say something?
But when I said that, y'all tried to tell me that wasn't true. I tried to tell y'all them black women ain't getting with them white men's and acting the same way they are with Tyrone. They're not doing it. I tried to tell y'all that. And Tyrone is not acting the same way with Mary Beth. I'm trying to tell y'all, he not.
Okay.
Because Mary Beth can shut her mouth. Because Mary Beth can shut her mouth, though. That's why.
But even if Tyrone Tyrone
gonna treat her differently anyway. She's gonna get a different kind of treatment from day one.
Because she treats him better. Sorry.
She gonna get approached differently. He gonna handle her differently before she even gets a chance to open up.
Because she's softer. I'm sorry y'all don't want to hear that.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that, y'all. It's just not that. Like I told y'all, I go to the root of the issue. And the root of the issue is not simply how a Black woman presents herself. I'm not saying it's not a part of the problem. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that it's not the root of the problem, right? I think that you have to look, you also have to take some accountability for yourself. And you have to look at yourself as well. And I don't think we're doing enough of that. I just don't. I think that, I think that's a part of the problem. I think, if you're looking for a soft life and you're looking for a guy that can afford you a certain type of lifestyle, why did you have to go to the Black, white? Why did it have to be that, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, why did it have to be, and this was just her stance. This was her stance. Her stance was white men. That was her stance. Okay. So we're going to keep it on her, right? Her stance was the white male preference over the Black male, right? So with that being in consideration, why was it that? She made it that. We didn't make it that, right? She made it that. So if that was your preference, it's like, why, what is that? And I feel like there's something at the root of that that's more than just what we're seeing on the surface. And when men are saying they want to divest, right? And they want to look outside the culture as well, I think that there's something more to it. I don't think it's just simply what people are saying. And, maybe that's unpopular opinion. You don't agree. That's cool. But I think it's more than that. I think that, you have to check. You have to check your heart, because you can find what you're looking for in your community. You can find what you're looking for, but there's a reason why. There's a reason why you're not even entertaining it.
If the majority of the women that look are melanated have kids at wedlock, how's a man going to find what he was looking for? What's that going to happen?
I mean, I guess.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again one more time? I'm sorry, Bebop.
If the majority of the women that look like me have kids out of wedlock and are baby mamas, and the average man that looks like me has no children,
so where do babies come from? Where do babies come from? If the woman got it, then
I know this. This is why this is happening.
No, I'm just saying you got to make sense.
Well, I'll help you. This is real. This is math.
He's gonna give you the stat, girl.
The average Black man, 54% of Black men have no children.
So who the women get pregnant?
Hey, relax. That's why you sing relax. I'm gonna help you. About 36 to 38% of us are married or either have no children or have children within wedlock. So we have at least 10% of Black men, 1 in 10 who have kids out of wedlock, and those who have multiple children is really low. But on the opposite end, we have Black women who have at least, I think it's like 67 to 70%, it depends, have kids out of wedlock, and usually it's 2. So what does that say? Do the math. You don't know what I'm saying?
But there's still more women than men, right? So I guess you only need one though, right? You only need one, right? And so I guess my point is this, and this will always be my point, right?
But it's not enough. It's not enough. It's just math. It's not enough.
You only need one, right? And I am not arguing that there's going to be a person for every person. Because I don't know that that's true. I actually don't think that everybody is going to be married. I don't think that everybody is cut out for marriage anyway. I am speaking to the people who are interested in being married and who want to be in a committed relationship in that way. And I am simply saying this. I am saying that you can find the type of partner that you are looking for within your community if that is what you want. But if you want to go outside the community, just say that. Don't make it about the other person. Don't say as a Black man, I'm divesting because Black women did this. Just say that's what you want to do. And as a Black woman, if you want to divest, do that. I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just simply saying, don't make it all about it's because of the black man is so this and so this and so not that. Just say you want to divest because that's what you want to do, and stop making it about the other person all the time, right? Like that's my point. That's my only point. That's my only point. And
I'm just confused. Coco and Big Box, I'm not trying to be funny. My mind is confused. Like, we're saying black women have more kids than black. So who they getting pregnant by? Like that's
they're getting pregnant by.
No, B-Box, I'm not trying to be funny. If black women got all these kids,
yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll help
He's saying that they're getting. B-Box,
you got this. Go. You got it.
He's saying that they're getting pregnant by the small majority of men. Most women have 2 kids by the same dude. That dude got 6 kids by 4 different women. So
that's what's happening.
Y'all getting pregnant by the same dude.
Wait, who has wait, I'm sorry. The dude has 6
in general.
Kids?
Pardon me?
Who has 6 kids? I'm confused.
The baby daddy got 6 kids by 4 different women. And
different
one
women.
of them got 2 kids.
So the same group of men.
That's what it's like Future and Nick Cannon is one guy impregnating all these women. So it's a very small percentage of men that are babies' fathers, but they have multiple children.
With multiple women.
That's why when you meet a woman that has maybe 1 child, you ask them, well, how many kids your baby daddy got? 5, 3, 4, 7, 3, 2. But anyway, I'm going to get back on this. I got 2 points. First of all, I thought it was innocent until proven guilty. They've already convicted this man. Now, yes, wait a minute. Most of the time, they do look to the partner as the first person. But my thing is, we do know mental health is real. Why do we automatically? They had an issue at the resort. Who said it was his fault? Maybe she was tripping out in the resort. Said, you know what? She tripping out. Maybe we need to get her a room.
Nobody argued whose fault it was, though.
But my thing is, they automatically go to he killed her.
He
set it up. So that's the first issue.
It's not looking good for him though, Vince. Like people are saying that because it doesn't look good.
I understand what he's saying. No. Go ahead, Vince.
Why doesn't it look good? Okay. His attorney probably told him, like they would have, like I would advise my attorney, don't say nothing. Don't do nothing.
Okay.
Let your attorney, don't talk to these people. That's not your wife. Don't talk to these people. Let your attorney handle it. That's what people do. They don't be sitting up here, well, let me go on the internet and say what happened and that.
He don't owe anybody on the internet explanation anyway.
We always jump to he killed her, which we don't have no evidence of that. They said this woman hung herself. Now we do know
on a door.
Okay, but I'm saying
on a door.
I thought it was innocent until proven. Why don't we get some more information
on a door?
That's all I'm saying. So that's my point on that.
Vince,
my second point.
It don't look good, brother.
That's come on.
Sometimes it don't look good because I had a friend of mine whose wife died tragically. He had nothing to do with it. He had the kids, and they took him in with the daughters and still questioned him, and they knew he wasn't there. But of course, they had to make sure he didn't do it because that's the first thing people are going to look at is the partner. Just like, which I understand that. But my thing is innocent until proven, but that's it. And the whole part about the black and white thing, I don't think it's a black and white issue. I go to a lot of these fancy resorts and these beautiful places. You see a bunch of old white men with beautiful black women, young, and they know what time it is. You see black old men with beautiful women have always wanted money and the soft life. So I don't know where this new thing has come from where all of a sudden women have always wanted the soft life. So, I'm just saying that. And then it's like, I'm sick and tired of us. We always want to make it a black and white issue. Why can't we just make a couple is suspicious, the girl is dead. And so what if it was an old black man? Because he looks like he's probably older than her. Where they were saying, well, it's just so That's why I tell my son, you always gonna be put to blame. Even if you innocent, it's always gonna look. Because my thing is, we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. But it's, oh, he set it up. Y'all been watching too much Netflix.
Well, the thing is though, Vince, we can't. So of course the investigation is ongoing, right? So we can't say anybody is guilty yet, right? Because there's still an investigation going on, right? But the reason why we're having a conversation is because it has triggered multiple other conversations based on what happened with this young lady, right? As I understand it, once again, she was a divestor who believed that, ladies, if you want the soft life, you got to go get you a rich Caucasian man. That was literally her business model, right? And I think the question is how did we get there?
We've been there, Quay. We've been
No,
there.
that's not what I'm saying. So the reason I'm asking this question, because when I say how did we get there, how do we get to a point where, because I understand that ladies have always wanted the soft life. Now, back then it wasn't called no soft life. It was called a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mother. So this soft life, this is some new title stuff we done put on what used to be a stay-at-home mom / wife, right? But this young lady, she was a part of some type of, I don't know if it's a trend, I don't know what you call these things these days, but she was a part of some type of wave to push that in order for you to have this soft life, this stay-at-home wife life, you got to get you a wealthy white man. And I'm trying to understand that, how do we get to that point? Because there's wealthy black men out here. There's wealthy Eastern Indian men out here. There's wealthy Middle Eastern men out here. How do we get to a point where, in order for you to get to the soft life, you got to get with a wealthy Caucasian man as a black woman? Yeah, but that's why I said this incident has triggered a lot of different conversations. Yep, it's also triggered conversations around the fact that today it seems like black men and women, they just flat out hate each other. Yeah, they don't want to have nothing to do with each other. They don't want to date each other. It's sparked conversations of black women telling other black women, stop wasting your time trying to find you a good black man. It's triggered men, having conversations about, see, this is what we talking about. We told these black women this wasn't gonna work, and now the young lady done lost her life. See, we told y'all so. It's done sparked all type of conversations. So going back to the point that Coco was making earlier, there's got to be some type of root at the bottom of some of this. Is it a hate? Is it a dislike for each other? Is it a we done gave up on each other? Is it we don't respect each other? Like there's something there that has us saying that we got to look outside of us to find what we looking for.
Well, Quay, let me say something right quick. It's a level of disrespect. It boils down to disrespect, and it boils down to, I was talking to a young lady, and she had said something that men ruin your life. And I would say that was a horrible mindset to have as a 31-year-old beautiful young lady. But I had to understand this. She didn't have no daddy. Her mama was in and out of relationships. I don't think she had grandparents. She's probably never even seen a decent relationship. Quay, we got to understand this generation that's coming behind us don't got big mama, don't got big daddy. They don't have nothing but mama working, struggling, and they daddy gone somewhere. So unless they've seen it, they don't believe it's good men out here. And then by having that mindset, if you got that mindset, that's who you attract. So it's not that they haven't seen it, they got a mindset. So that's what they attract. They attract underperforming, underpurposed men because that's all they've seen, and that's the energy that they're giving. So I feel sorry for this generation because I was talking to my cousins. I said, we had the best grandparents. And that's why I wanted to get married. I wanted to live life like my granddaddy did. He had a beautiful wife, a beautiful family, a beautiful legacy. But I tell my cousin, if we didn't see that and all we had was our single struggling mamas, can't say that we would have had that same mindset.
No, I understand. Let me I saw Janice come off, I saw JR come off. Either one of y'all, then I'm gonna put this comment up because I think this is wrapped into it too. Go ahead, Janice, and I'm gonna come to JR.
Wait, I had two things. Mr. Beatbox, I'm coming for you first. Did you say that's why you single? Because did you say that?
I was saying that. Yes, I love you, Janice.
No, go ahead. No, say that again. Maybe she ain't hear you. Go ahead and say it again.
No, I was saying that in jest. I love you. But I was being a little bit of an a-hole. But yeah, I did say that.
I saw Price's face when you said it. He was like, you did.
I wanted to make sure I heard him right. I was like, "Don't take your jab."
I did a little jab. I
think your earpiece keeps going out.
No, B-boxing, whatever, however you moving, it's making your mic go low. However you was moving, but we can hear you now, though. We can hear you now.
Okay, I just I can't let nothing slide. I be hearing slick comments. I decide when I, what I'm saying. But and then I was gonna say, it sounds horrible, but I've dated white, black, rich, poor, and it is a lot easier to date a white man. It is. They're a little bit. They're different. White and black men are not the same. They're just not.
Oh, come on.
No, they're not the same. They're more. You can push them over a little bit more. Like they pushovers. You know.
Thank you for saying that.
They pushovers. Like they're different. They're different. They're very different. So they are not the same as black men.
So okay, so hold on. So I'm glad you said that. So let me ask you this. So do you agree with what the young lady is saying in the context of if as a black woman, if you trying to get to the softer life, the stay-at-home wife life, you need to get you a white guy? Like is that accurate?
Okay, we're saying if you just want say that the criteria is just soft life, and what else was it?
Well, she just calls it.
So not a healthy relationship. You just want a soft life.
Yeah, so she want to have the Chanel and she want to drink matchas every day and go to yoga and just
well,
do that.
Yeah, logically, I would say we're just saying soft life. We're not saying a healthy, loving relationship. It's easier to get a white guy you can 3 dates, have sex with him, and he'll be ready to marry you after like 3 dates. It's not complicated with that. Especially if you're a black woman. Especially if you're a black woman. It is not complicated.
I appreciate Johnny's just telling the truth. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's not complicated to get a white man to marry you.
So the problem is y'all, damn, Janice.
What do you mean y'all? What? Because they want us? That's the problem?
No. Because you said that this man will give you everything you want.
Yeah.
He's ready to marry you. Y'all want to get married. But then you go to the brothers and you say, well, the brothers don't give you that. So
brothers are harder. They're harder.
Let me ask you a question. Out of the men that you dated outside your race, how many of them came from two-parent household?
The black guys?
White guys. Or white or whatever.
I think the white guys were two-parent households, but I dated a lot of black men that came from two-parent households too. So I don't know. I think white guys are just different. Black men, I think this is just my personal opinion. The criteria, you gotta make sure you know how to cook. You gotta make sure you know how to clean. You got to make sure you know how to.
Oh, come on.
You got to make sure you know how to give head good. You got to make sure it's just it's a list. It's a list with black men.
What?
That comes standard. Those things come standard. But that's standard.
But you
white man, you ain't even got to cook for a white dude. He'll marry you in like 3 days. He don't know if you can cook. He don't know nothing about you.
Well, why you ain't stay with him then?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying if that's what you want, then it's easier. It is easier.
So what do y'all want? Do y'all want it hard?
I don't know what everybody wants. I'm just telling you what it is.
I think
and see that's what, and I think that's the difference between black men and black women. Black men go take that white woman that's easier all day, every day.
Yeah, y'all do.
Yeah,
I see him at the airport all the time with them.
That's but see, this is the point I've been making.
It's awesome when they treat me better. Whoever's gonna treat me the best, I'm gonna pick whoever's treating me the best.
But see, that's my point. But see, this is my point. My point is, and this is I know it's going off topic a little bit, so I won't stay with
JR
it.
up next. JR up next. Go ahead.
But that's my point. Y'all are acting different. Y'all are acting different. Y'all are acting different for the others.
Who the hell?
A black man's yeah, both ways. Absolutely, I agree.
Them black men be treating white women like queens. They be treating white women like queens.
I know it. And a black man's expectation for black women is gonna be completely different.
They want them to be their mama. The white women ain't gotta be your mama. The white women don't have to be your mama.
And a black woman is gonna have different expectations for a black man than she's going to have for an other. And I'll stand by that all day long. That is true. And I don't know why we even arguing it, because we know it's true.
No, I don't think that's true, Chloe.
We're talking about how one
from a
treats
black man.
I'm
gonna tell you what the problem is. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is.
Have you dated white women, Vince, before?
Yeah, I dated all kind of women. But
did you like the white women?
I ain't like none of them but Remy.
Oh, come on.
Good answer, Vince. Good answer.
Was she different from the black woman? Was she a white woman? Not like a.
I'm gonna tell you what's different about her.
Go ahead.
She was raised to be a wife.
So that's what you saying?
Difference.
Okay, so she was wife ready for you.
What'd you say?
She was wife ready. For you.
Yeah, she understands how to cooperate with her husband. She understands her duty is more than her happiness. She understands the long game. She don't. Well, I ain't happy right now, and I done lost myself. Yes, she's lost herself in me, and I've lost myself in her. We've lost. We're one. I can't function without her. And she can't function without me. And that's how she's seen her mom and her daddy. And that's what she wanted. And that's what she got. All this, I got to have my own life. I lost my... You're supposed to lose yourself. Because we're supposed to be Christians, right? You lose yourself
my
in the Lord.
My man.
You lose yourself in the Lord, don't you? You don't say, well, I got to hold something back from God. I got to keep this back. You give everything. And your husband is your Lord, not Jesus.
So
Lord,
you're agreeing.
Lord.
You're agreeing, and there is a difference. Then you're agreeing with both me and Coco in a sense.
What you mean? No, but it had nothing to do with race. It had nothing to do with race.
I dare you.
Hey man,
I was like, what's that? I said, Price, is that a new sound?
No, that's little man. That's little man right there. What's
he was
up,
like his mama.
Hey, I'm gonna go off the camera while I got him.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'll put you on mute while you put you on mute. I got you.
JR.
Yeah, JR, man. My bad, man. It's on you, JR. Come off mute, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Thank you.
What you got to say about all this?
Obviously, first of all, obviously, RIP to young lady. You don't want to see these kind of things happen in life, but we know it happens, right? But in these kind of circumstances, like going back to what Miss Coco said earlier in terms of the back and forth, I can understand, because it's deeper than just the relationships. But also at the same time, I can't really, sit there and accept, the back and forth, because it doesn't really take us forward. You know what I mean? And what Miss Johnny said earlier about, women trying to date men that make money, wherever it is, like, it goes both ways, right? Both men and women, we're both savages when it comes to protecting what's yours. A man's going to protect what he's worked for. A woman's going to protect their kids, Step in front of her, trying to take your kids. She go and step to you, So it's like, we understand what it is. But I always say there's two layers to it. We're going back, way back. It's not just a relationship part of it. And that's why today, the whole going date white men and whatnot, I can understand what they say. And going back to the question, why should black women date black men? Like, that's an actual real question, today, like, why should they? And I always say, it goes back to the black men of the yesteryear. And Mr. Vince said he feels sorry for this generation today. Yeah, you're right, because this is what we've got to deal with. Because the men of the yesteryear failed the women of the yesteryear. So if the mindset has changed, what do we expect if they're looking at what their mothers had to go through, because that's what they believe? Okay, cool, I understand. I can't, negate what whatever you're thinking or whatever it is. Fine. Now you've adopted a different mindset. We now have to adapt to that. Now, is it working? No, it's not working. Why? Because we failed them. And like I always say, how do we get back on track? We need to actually sit down and have the conversation, and about the go fund and whatnot. That's a conversation that we can have. Why hasn't she got, life insurance or whatever it is, right? These are conversations that we could be having if we're sitting at the table. But once again, both parties are thinking about themselves. And that's why, yes, divesting, all this, all that, it's messy, if you know what I mean? And I understand the whole, going on the other side, changing, switching up, acting good, wherever it is. I don't know. I don't really believe in that. I'm just more like, hey, women are women to me. Black, white, Asian, wherever it is. If they want to trip, they'll trip. If they want to be good, they'll be good. They want to spend on it, they'll spend it. Hey, it just depends whoever you land with. That's how I see it, And if you rock with each other, you rock with each other. If you know what I mean? Because I'm guessing I'll be considered a divester as well. Because my first girl was black, and then my second girl was white. Does that make sense? But to me, hey, they're both the same. I don't treat them any different. Because women are women to me.
Okay, no, I understand that. Go ahead, Coco.
I was going to say, and I'm asking this genuinely, what do you guys believe that the men of yesteryear, like the previous generation of men, you said they failed the women. What do y'all think they should have done differently? Like, what do you guys think that they could have done differently?
Been there.
Yeah, I agree with that, Johnny. Like we just have that video last week where those girls were getting at their daddy, right? And we kind of were like, well, we should respect this man, but there's a lot of times where men weren't involved in the home. That's true.
Right.
Not everything black.
Well, I mean, okay, but to that point, the men are still doing that. Men are still not there. So while we're saying that this was a yesteryear problem, it's not. This is not a problem that is a yesteryear problem exclusively, right? That particular issue, if we're talking about that particular issue, then that's just a problem in those persons. And we still have people today in this younger generation that say that they figured something out. They're still doing it. They're still perpetrating the same thing and continuing to create broken homes, right? So then you guys haven't evolved. You haven't learned. You haven't grown. You haven't progressed, right? So how long are you going to blame the men that came before you say, I need to do different. I need to move differently. I need to do something different. I need to progress. I need to make some changes, right? Because obviously we're not speaking for all men, just like we can't speak for all men of yesteryear, because all the men that came before y'all wasn't all deadbeat dads. So we're obviously not talking about all of them, right? And we can't talk about all men today either, because they're not all deadbeat dads, as we can see. But speaking specifically to that group and that demographic, there's still a good number of men. I'm not saying majority or nothing like that. I'm not doing that. But there's still a good number of men that are doing this, that are participating in this generation. So y'all haven't figured nothing out for that. It's still an issue. It continues to be an issue. So I'm okay with us calling out the problems. Like I said, we got to get to the root. So I'm okay with us calling out the issues. But if we're going to do it, let's do it genuinely. right? Let's do it and actually really have the conversation and say that we haven't figured this thing out. We haven't. Men, you guys have not figured this thing out. You have your own ways you're coping with it. You have your own ways you're dealing with it. But let's just be honest. You haven't improved in a sense of you figured it out. You have not. So maybe we spend less time hyper fixated on what somebody that came before us didn't do. And we take the time and the energy and we go, well, what can me, because you can't change none of the people around you. What can I do differently to change the lives of myself and anybody who I might decide to bring in as a legacy, right? Like I need to do that, me, right? Because I think that we keep doing that. And same thing, I can talk about how the women did this, but it's like I need to determine what type of woman I want to be. I need to do that, right? Like I can't talk about because my mama didn't do this and my auntie didn't do this and they didn't. Okay, they didn't. But what am I going to do? I can't do nothing about what they wouldn't do or didn't do. And it's certainly not helping me blaming them for it. Like I need to figure out what I'm going to do. And I keep seeing that's a running theme with some people amongst the younger generations. Like they just want to hyper fixate on what the people did. I'm not saying these people didn't do this stuff. I'm just simply saying what you going to do. You know, I mean, like we keep talking about it's a continued problem. The reason why it's a continued problem is because nobody's talking about the real issue. What I'm seeing on the outside looking in is Black women. Yeah, there is some hate there for the Black man. Black women do not appreciate, respect, or trust Black men in general. They don't. Y'all don't. And just own it, women. You don't. You don't respect Black men. You don't care nothing about what he's talking about. That's why they can't even ask you to change something about yourself in order. You know what I'm saying? They can't even ask you to do simple things, simple, without you catching the attitude. You don't like, respect, appreciate, none of that. Trust is gone. You don't. So anybody at this point is going to look more attractive to you than the Black man. And listen, if that's not how you feel, Black woman, then I'm not talking to you. But there's a lot of y'all out there that do feel like that. A lot of y'all. And Black men, y'all, and y'all can look, y'all can disagree with me all you want, but it's true. Y'all pride is hurt, y'all ego is hurt, and y'all feelings have been hurt by Black women. That's just the truth. That's at the root of that. Y'all feelings have been hurt. As much as they always try to talk about Black men don't, Black men isn't Black men don't feel and men ain't emotional and all. Y'all feelings are hurt. Y'all feelings are hurt because Black men in general, but I'm gonna talk about Black men right now. Black men are resilient. They can get past a lot of things. But there's certain things you can't do or say to a man. He's never going to get past it. He's never going to get over it. And some of the behaviors and some of the things that Black women have said to y'all and have done and how they treated y'all feelings are hurt. You feel disrespected, ego bruised, all of that. And you are not recovering from that. So y'all like to hell with all of them. And that's at the root of it. That's what it really is. And Black women, these Black female divestors, they're responding to your distaste for them and your withdrawal from them by saying, well, I'm a divest too, because it ain't like y'all over here doing nothing for me anyway. So let's just get to the root of the problem. Because at this point, a Black woman that feels like that will take an orange man. She don't care white, black, orange, green, yellow, purple. She don't care. Because they all gonna be better than the Black man.
Okay, I see that finger, Janice. Janice wanted us to go ahead.
Just a quick comment. Black men around the world, I love you. If I could, I'd date all y'all. I'm trying to get around to all y'all, but I love all y'all.
She's trying to pander. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
I love all y'all.
She tripping. I ain't even about to do it with Janice tonight. She tripping. Oh man. So is it? I mean, okay. Well, I see JR. You want to say something, man? I saw you come off. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, yeah, to Miss Coco, and that's why Miss Coco, I know obviously I did say, goes back to the men of the yesterday, right? And at the end of it, that's why I said that's why we need to come back and sit down and have that conversation, right? And that's why we're here to obviously mine it out. Does that make sense? So I do get the point that he's making, and that's why I say, yes, I don't agree with the back and forth, right? Happy that somebody's going like, come on, I don't agree with that. Like I said, it's not going to take us anywhere. So I'm not saying let's forget that, but I'm saying we can acknowledge it, but let's have the conversation. How do we get there? Like I said, when the goal fund, no life insurance, but if we having the conversation, that can be a conversation that we can all be having right now. Like, hey, if we're actually getting on, hey, let's do this, let's do that, because we can protect ourselves a lot better.
Right. No, that's real. So let's go on and go there. Let's go on and go there, because like I said, this is an interesting conversation. I knew it was going to go in a certain direction. I know this is based off the young lady and what's going on in that situation. But once again, I run from no topics, so the conversation needs to be had, right? We got a couple ladies on the panel right now. I think we got some ladies in the comments. We got Coco, we got Janice, and we got Cole. I was waiting on Cole with this little clearly Canadian or whatever this is she's sipping on, but I was waiting on her. So Cole, Janice, I need one of y'all to boss up right now and just lay it on the table. Yeah, Coco just laid out some points. It's some disrespect. It's some bruised egos. It's some hurt feelings in there. I'm trying to get one of y'all to just lay it on the table. Just give me two things. What's wrong with these black dudes? Just give me two. Keep it a buck. Hold on. Whoa, slow down. Whoa. Slow down. I just want two. Slow down.
I said one. That was one.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna start over. All right, go ahead. Give me two. Just give me two.
It's the ego. Do it.
So the ego too inflated. Is that what you're saying?
Fucked up.
Okay. I'll take that one. Give me one more.
Mommy issues.
That too.
Okay,
y'all fuckers hate their mama.
These two, you're gonna have to add some clarification on these two, because those is real general. Give me one more statement, Johnny. You should give me one more statement. Then we got to get a little clarity on some of this. Go ahead.
I agree with the mommy issues and the ego, and a lot of that comes from work, right? You're suppressed at work still. The white man's still at the top. You're still getting suppressed at work too. I've seen a lot of that suppression from the power at the top, which you don't have no power, so you try to come home and you bring that ego to the woman. That's not all, but that's just some.
Okay, I mean, I'm just asking honestly from y'all experience. So let's say ego and okay. So the ego and mommy issues, them the main things. Cole, you got any additionals to add to that?
I mean, I think this is, and I don't know where it stems from, but it's the entitlement. Like, you just think you just supposed to say and do whatever, ain't no consequence. That shit don't work like that. I don't know where it come from, but
can you give an example?
Should I give an example?
In your dating experience where you said, well, oh, that's ego, or oh, that's mommy issues. Can you give an example?
Don't tell yourself, Cole. Don't tell yourself now.
Of entitled to what? What is he entitled to?
I'm trying to think. What's an example? What is motherfucker? Let's see.
We just trying to understand, Cole. You gotta give. We trying to understand what's wrong with these brothers, because got to be something wrong with them.
I don't know where the shit stem from. That's the thing. I don't know where the shit
Just give us one example, though. Just give us one example so we know what you're talking about.
I don't know if it's necessarily somebody that I'm dating, but I feel like just for me, I feel like in a work sense, like the interactions that I have with black men are very different than interactions that I have with every type of man that I work with. So
We're not talking
meaning,
about work. We talking about relationships. We
well,
ain't
I
talking about
don't
work.
can't work. You got a relationship. You
That's
have a
not the
relationship
same
with these
thing.
people.
It's not the same thing, Cole.
Oh my God! Hey,
Well, go back to the failed relationships that you had. What was the problem? We've all had failed relationships, so I can give you a million
I
of
think black
mine.
men, and then
So
black
what
men
was
always keep talking about this alpha. I dated white guys, they never said the word alpha. Like, what is this alpha shit?
I don't know,
What is this?
but to
What
what?
is this?
I don't know. But to okay, so the
Well,
last
I'm gonna
person.
tell you what it is.
Oh
I'm gonna tell
shit!
you.
My daddy never said the word alpha. He ran that motherfucking household. So I don't know where men come in with this alpha shit. It's just interesting now, this new generation of alpha. Like, let's
Alpha men or alpha
define
women? Alpha men or alpha
Man,
women?
man.
men. Like, what is this alpha and somebody's a beta? Like, what is all this talk? Like, I
Well, I'm
just
gonna
don't
tell you
get it.
why. I'm gonna tell you why this is coming to play because most of us 50 and other was raised by women. So most alpha men have a masculinity about themselves that usually come from them being at least partially raised with a male figure in the home or that played a dramatic influence in their lives. So when you talk about beta, you usually talk about a man that moves like a woman because he's been raised by women. And that's most of our men. So you got to blame the people who raised them, which is women. Y'all raising these soft ass men. And part of it is our fault because, and it happened to me, I didn't really understand the importance of me being in the home until I had a whole new do-over and until my son got grown and I seen, well, ooh, that's how you think about stuff? But you see the world from your mama's eyes. You
I
ain't had your
agree.
daddy there to show you how to move as a man. So you think somebody gonna come save you. You think you gonna figure out your manhood between some woman's legs. You think they gonna, coddle you like your mama did. And that's why y'all get these men who got mama issues because they've been raised by their mama.
No, and I agree. I agree with that. I don't know what everybody think because let me say something. Johnny's been dating for a long time. So that's why I'd be like, what kind of quality of man you be like? What are y'all talking about the quality of man? I ain't never even talked to you about a man I done dated, to be honest. Like,
Well,
and
Johnny,
like, no,
we
like
all
I
know
just
that.
be like,
Well,
let me
Johnny,
tell
we
you,
all know that you want a
like Johnny's,
uniform.
let me tell you one thing about Johnny's. Johnny's came from a long line of people that were married. My dad was married, my grandparents dated, all my uncles are married. So Johnny's don't have daddy issues. I'll run circles around half of y'all men, period. Because I had a great daddy. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Well, if you had a great daddy, you would understand that you can't run circles around.
Yes,
him.
I can.
You gotta play. And see,
Yes, I
that's the
can.
issue. And see, that's the issue.
If you can run circles around him, he ain't the right man.
Exactly.
That's
That's
what,
my point.
but Johnny's, that's
But
what
you
they
ain't
trying
gonna
to
submit
say.
enough to
But
be with
Johnny,
that
No,
type of
I'm
man.
not.
that's what they trying to
Johnny's, I'm talking
say.
about the person I'm with now. I don't have that problem. So I
Right,
don't.
right. Okay, so that's what they trying to say. They trying to
Yeah.
say that if you can run circles around that man, it's the quality of that man.
Yeah, and that's why I
basically
deviate
what
and
they're
go to
saying.
the next, and I deviate till I find the right one. It's not.
There you go. But that's
Yeah,
what
but I get what Vince is saying about the mother. A lot of men that I've dated were raised by their mothers. And it is a big issue. They're very emotional usually. Can't control their emotions. It's like dating a woman. I might as well be in a lesbian relationship.
Chinese, you something else.
I mean,
to
I agree
to
with
answer,
And
to answer your
can I be totally transparent? I was
Yep.
raised by a woman, so I have a lot of those issues. The only thing that kind of make me different is that I get this money, so it's a different vibe. Like I'm overly emotional. I like to debate a lot.
I know this. But you work through it, and that's what matters.
I like going shopping.
man, y'all tripping.
Let
Let me answer her. Let me answer her question. So, Janice, to your question earlier. So, this alpha and this beta stuff. A lot of this stuff is really YouTube talking points, right? So we wasn't talking about no alphas and no betas when we was growing up, right? So you had a masculine daddy, you had a feminine mama, but they was just a man who knew how to move like a man, a woman who knew how to move like a woman. It wasn't no alpha, no beta, and all this. This stuff came when YouTube became a thing. Then you had females talking about they was alpha females and dudes was alpha males, and then the the alpha man was calling the other men that was a little softer, he was calling them betas. So this all, a lot of that stuff is YouTube talking points, right? And that mess gets up in these conversations and just wreak havoc, right? But it's a lot of YouTube talking points at the end of the day. Basically, it's people understanding their purpose and how to move in their purpose. And that gets you a masculine man and that gets you a feminine female. It's really that simple, right? But yeah, I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know I put y'all on the spot with those two things, right? But I appreciate y'all giving responses. Yeah, we want to, like I said, we want to get down to the bottom of it, right? Because one minute it seems like we just hate each other. Then it's disrespect in there. Even Janice, I'm going back to you for a hot minute based on that statement you made earlier about that mouth. Even that I feel like is a problem. Yeah, but it's like, why does this man, because he has resources, why does he get to enjoy the benefit of you knowing how to control your mouth versus the man who's working a job, a 9 to 5, he got to deal with your mouth? Like, why? Certain things, listen, I understand that's valid, but it's like, why is that like that? Yep, and I think some of them same things happen on the male side. So men, you know what I'm saying, he'll go out here and work this job, for Keisha. But, Mary Beth come up in the show and it's like he ready to be an entrepreneur, even, and all of a sudden stuff change, right? So it's happening on both sides, but I don't understand why we do that. It's like, why we almost got to shortchange out. Like, it don't make sense to me. I never understood.
It does make sense. It's psychological. Who raises you? You are raised by black people. You are raised by your mother. You're raised by your dad. If anything's happened to you in life, you weren't raised by the white person. The white man didn't do nothing to you while you was being raised. If your mama used to beat you, she was abusive. That was a black woman that did to you. And it goes vice versa. So why would you not go to the white woman who has no connection to your history and how you was raised? It makes sense, though, psychologically.
I think it's way more
complicated. The white man is not my daddy, right? If my daddy used to be not there or not take care of me, used to beat me or do whatever, it wasn't the white man in the eyes. It wasn't the white guy. It was a black man that did it. It makes sense psychologically, though.
But it don't, though, Janice, because
it does.
No, what I'm saying is based on what you've told us, right? You said you came from a 2-parent household where your dad took care of business.
Yeah.
Did he treat you bad at all?
No, I don't treat black men bad though.
So what I'm saying is if you said you came from a 2-parent situation, you know what I'm saying, your parents was married for a long time, daddy took care of you, handled business, moved like a masculine man, right? But even in that context, and I'm not saying you in particular, because your situation is not that much different from a lot of folks. There's a lot of young ladies out here who've had 2-parent households and daddy handled business and he was their first example of a good man and all of that. But they still will give Rico, they still gonna give Rico that mouth. But then if they was to go get them a Brad not gonna get that mouth. Even
Brad
though y'all
don't talk
came
the same as Rico. Brad does not talk the same as Rico. That's just what it is. Brad does not talk the same as Rico.
But why as the woman would you be talking different to Brad?
Because Brad and Rico don't talk the same.
That's just true. That's just true.
That's just true.
Okay, but
I just trying to get what you're talking about.
Different worlds. Culturally, we are not the same as white people.
Okay, but men. Okay. But men still okay. But from my understanding, men have said that men still are looking for the same things from women in terms of they still want to be respected, they still want to be treated kindly. Right? They still want, a woman that is nurturing and feminine, and they still want those things, whether it's Rico or whether it's Brad. They both want that, right? So why, as a woman, would I give, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless Rico is trying to beat on you or whatever, like why would you be? And if that's the case, then my goodness, why would you be Rico in the first place? But if Rico not doing that, then why? Because he has a different way about himself. Does that mean he deserves any less respect, any less gratitude, any less appreciation, any less, consideration? Why shouldn't you still be feminine and friendly and everything with Rico like you're going to be with Brad? Like,
Vince answered it.
unless he's mistreating you, which is different. But if he's not mistreating you, then why would you be different with him than you would be with Brad?
Vince answered the question. A lot of our black men that I've seen, they've been raised by their mamas. They are different than a white man who was raised probably by his mama and his daddy. It's not the same. It's the attitudes, the emotional, it's different from a white guy. It's just different. They're calmer. Okay. They're more emotional. I'm not saying they're, I don't know. All men got
don't put caveats. Johnny's, I agree with you. Don't put any caveats. I can't believe I'm agreeing.
Okay, so then we'll understand why men are saying. So then we should understand as women, as black women, why black men are saying that about us. Then
it can go both ways.
So then I guess we just have to shut up. Then
everybody needs to shut the hell up because we all got
everybody.
I guess we just gotta shut up about it. I mean, since black women don't know how to treat black men. Since black women don't know, since the black women don't know how to get over themselves and their trauma to treat black men properly, and black men don't know how to get over themselves and their trauma to treat black women properly, then we just might just let it go. It is what it is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This might sound horrible, and don't judge me.
Go ahead.
I'm a free spirit, and that's just who I am. So I just love to love.
Hold on, Johnny's. Hold on, my bad. Hold on. My man on YouTube, Tim's one. You out of here, bro. Yeah, we don't do these disrespectful comments. So check yourself. So you just got yourself blocked. Don't come back. Yeah, if you can't come over here with some maturity, this ain't the channel for you. Don't come over here with that garbage. We don't play that.
Well, you should have told him before you blocked him, boo.
What happened? I done missed the action.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Johnny. What was you saying?
Damn it! What was the? I done forgot. You done.
I know what you're about to say, Johnny's.
I don't play with these cats. Go ahead.
I know what you're about to say, Johnny's.
Tell me, guys. Go ahead, because
you about to say it's over. Just say it. Just say it's over, right? Just say it. It's over.
Man.
It's over.
Man.
Just say it.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
Bent over.
I feel what you're saying. I'm listening, but hey, if you said it, I'm with you.
Bent over.
You know what though? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say why it's over, and I'm gonna put this squarely in the black woman's lap. It's over because it's over because y'all don't need men for what y'all want. Men need women for what we want. We can't have family without y'all.
That's true.
All y'all need to do is wait a minute. All y'all need to do is have sex and have some kids. You know how many women saying they want a kid and not a husband?
Yeah,
they need a man for a little while. They need a man for something.
I don't know not one man would
but they
say
still need a man for something
without a wife. I don't know now. One man would say he want a child without straight man would say he want a child without a wife. Without a family, especially well, I ain't gonna say high earning. I'm gonna say a productive man. He wants a family, so we need a woman. We need a woman for legacy. We need a woman for family. But it's so many women. We don't need a man. We can go on our girls trip. And let me tell you this: I've never seen a bunch of men at the Ritz-Carlton laying up by the pool.
You know why?
They there with their wives.
Vince, you know why? Because some of these ladies are actually gay. That's why.
I don't know. I had a great time at the Ritz at the pool with my homegirls. We had a great time.
Did you see any single men there, black men?
Oh yeah.
Didn't care.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking. I didn't pay no attention. I just had a great time.
No, you would have seen it.
Yeah. No, there wasn't. I don't think there was.
Exactly, because we don't do that. We need women. We want women. We don't want to go on vacation with our homeboys, sit up there laying on the beach taking pics. We want a woman to lay up and get that cutty on the beach after everybody go back to their villas. And that's why I say, unless black women say we need men, we don't want to do it without men. I don't think it's going to change. I don't think it's because we don't need men.
I think that's part of the problem, though, Vince. I think that, and I'm gonna say this, unpopular opinion, I really don't care. I think that's part of the problem. I think that I just think in society as a whole, right? Society as a whole have spoken into the black woman, and we don't do this. We do this to women, yes, but we do it to black women in the most egregious way. And that is that we have gaslit black women to believe as a society that black women are just so strong and so intelligent and so wonderful. And by the way, I'm not saying that black women are wonderful and intelligent. That's not where I'm going. Stay with me. But we have gaslit them to believe that because of all of these qualities that they possess, that they don't need anybody. And black women are tired. That's what they won't tell you. Some will. They're tired because they're trying to hold up these tropes so much. They're exhausted. They're burnt out. And some of that is turning into anger. And they're not going to point it at society where it should go. They're going to point it at the person that's closest to them, and that's the black man. Because really, at the deep recess of their minds, they're upset that some black man hasn't come along to help ease that burden that they're facing. And they may never say that. They may never admit that to you. But at the end of the day, even though they know Brad is a little easier to get along with, and they know Brad will do a few things that, that Rico won't do. At the end of the day, they really want Rico, though, to just get his act together and come do what he needs to do. That's really what they want. They just really want Rico to just get it right. Because at the end of the day, I know, they know, we know that Rico was really the one that was made for them. That's really who was made for them. And so they really want Rico, because Rico won't do that, right? They're angry. They're upset. And I can say the same for black men. Black men are like, I'm tired of black women and they mouth and they this and they this and they that. But really, black men really just want black women to just get it together so that they can go back and get them a black woman and go on about their merry way and have some black babies. That's really what they want to be able to do. That's really it. And I think we need to stop propping up the trope that black women don't need a man. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because even your example that you gave, Vince, she need a man. She need a man, and she can't make that baby by herself. She can't make that baby by herself no more than he can make the baby by himself. So all this argument about who's more important in the process is crazy, because you can't do one without the other. It literally was made that way. God made sure that we needed each other in that most simplistic but animalistic way. He was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. You're going to need her, and she's going to need you. So as much as y'all want to go back and forth, he told us we'd be fighting like this. He said y'all was going to be fighting. He said y'all going to be fighting, but that's okay. And look at us now. Because at the end of the day, neither one of us want to admit that we need each other. We still really want each other, right? We just mad. We angry. And I just think as black men, stop doing that. Not talking specifically to you, Vince, but black men in general, stop doing that. Stop telling these men, stop telling these women what they don't need. Stop making them feel like, they've done something by, kicking y'all out of their lives. Because this is what you can't tell a man, you can't say, I don't need a man, 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 but then talk about deadbeat fathers. You don't get to do both. You need to pick. Either you need the man to be there and be held accountable and raise his kids, or you don't. Shut up about it. You don't get to say, I don't need a man. You don't get to say, I don't need a man, but to plant the seed. And then when he plant the seed and go about his way, now you raising the baby by yourself, and he broke her home and all the other stuff that we start talking about then. Okay, well, then you need the man. So act like you need him. I don't get it. It's really not that. It's very simple. It's not easy because you just don't want to do it, but it's very simple.
Okay, I ain't mad at that right there. Cole, I ain't know, was you trying to respond, Cole? I saw you off mute. Was you trying to respond to that? Or you just off mute?
I'm just tired of black men talking low key.
You just go.
Bruh.
Low key. I'm tired of look. I will listen. I have been listening, but I'm telling you, I just feel like the goalposts keep moving. Like I got a headache. If it's not one thing, it's something else. And that
Okay.
I'm telling you, that ego getting on it's getting on my nerve. It's getting on my nerve, my last nerve. I don't know what it is. I don't understand it, but it's just I be really wanting to just tell people. I'm like, who do you think you are? How do you think you can just walk in and just say whatever you want to say? Like you can't. No, no
Cole,
Cole, what are we talking?
okay,
consideration.
Cole,
Cole, what are we talking
I
about,
can't
Cole?
let this one
Look,
slide, Cole. Wait a minute,
I've
I
Cole, what are we
been
can't let
talking
this
about?
one slide.
look,
I can,
huh?
I can't let this one slide. And
When
I'm
when
not
you say
usually
ego, remember when
who got
B-Box
more
said that's
ego.
why
Wait
you
a minute.
It's
ego?
just
No,
Wait a
no.
minute, wait a
Remember when
weird.
minute.
B-Box said that's
Who
Hold
why
got
you
on.
more
ego?
ego than a black
That was
woman?
ego. That was
Who got
ego.
more
Wait,
ego than a black woman? Oh,
what?
I'm independent. I got degrees. Who got
What
more
the
ego and
hell?
more narcissist than a black woman?
Really?
Yes.
Vince,
Who
Vince,
got
be
more
careful,
ego?
Vince. Be
Who
careful,
got
Really?
more
Vince.
ego than a black woman? I'm educated. We make more money than y'all. We got more education than y'all.
You know
I
that's
can
one
raise these
argument
kids
to this
without
big
y'all.
ass
I can
problem,
have a
right?
baby. I can have a baby and don't. I got it. I'm
You
so
know why
great.
she's saying that? Because she's
I don't
fucking
need no
tired of the
daddy.
man in this bullshit. That's why she's saying this shit.
What you
That's
say?
exactly why she's saying this shit. Who
She
the
said, "I'm
fuck want
sorry."
to
We say,
keep dealing
Cole.
with some man talking all this bullshit? Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or because I'm the man, I'm this and that. You can't. You don't consider nobody. You don't openly have conversations. You go to the left field with your damn anger and shit, then come back like the shit perfectly fine. Like no, basic ass communication skills missed.
But let me ask you a question.
Right, give her a
But
Basic
little
shit.
time in. Give her a
but
clap
my
or
thing is,
something, right?
it take a couple months to see somebody how somebody
What?
is. Most of the time, you stay too long at the party, which is most people.
That's very true. That's very
You
true.
stay
But
4 5 years
but
trying to build
communication
this
still
man
don't
up.
happen on why you leave. The motherfucker just fucking leave. You turning it. You not even leaving trying to like be solution oriented. You leaving still being a fucking problem.
But
If you
have
don't
they?
leave,
But
leave. But
my
have a discussion
Cole,
on why you leaving. Don't just fucking leave.
Cole, let me ask you a question.
Ego.
Let me ask you
Another
a real
example of
question.
ego.
Let me ask you a real question.
Yes.
Did they ever have a problem solution after the 30 days you met him? You knew that motherfucker didn't have no goals. You knew he ain't had no plans. You
He was
knew he
6 feet,
could put
Vince.
two
He was
to
6
his
feet.
He
four.
wasn't fucking 6 feet. Ain't none of these motherfuckers been 6 feet.
So you knew
Ooh,
that
when a
he
black
wasn't.
woman start using MS,
Oh my God!
Let's be real about
So
it.
it's
Let's be
just
real
like a
about it.
dude date a
These
chick and
motherfuckers been
she don't
ugly.
never
These
cook.
motherfuckers
She
been broke. These
You
motherfuckers.
knew he was broke when you met him. You knew he was broke when
But
you
I
met him,
still
though,
tolerate.
Cole.
Yeah, because I didn't want to deal with no. Oh, I was
hey,
gold
Cole
digging.
be
No,
cussing these
I had
men
the
out.
money.
She be
I
cussing
fucking
them
had
out.
the money.
Cole be
I've
cussing them out.
always had the money, and
Ooh,
I
she
ain't
be,
complained about shit. I ain't complained about shit.
So
I ain't
you
complained
think?
about
So
nothing.
do you think it's your picking, or do you think it's the dudes?
It's the niggas,
oh,
niggas,
wait. Cole, can I ask you a question? Cole, can I ask you a question? Can I ask Cole a question?
Go ahead.
the
Go ahead,
niggas.
Janice. Go ahead, Janice. Did she
Yes.
freeze up? I think
She's
Janice froze up.
about to have one. It's like,
Hold on, Cole. I think Janice, is she froze?
I think so.
Janice was
Yeah, let me
froze.
pull her down. Janice, you might have to join back in. So look like you froze or something. Come back in, Janice. Look like you froze up. I'm gonna
Reeboks, are
kick
you
you. Come
okay
back
over
in.
there?
Yeah, I'm good.
He
I'm
just took
sorry.
himself out.
Vince just froze too. What just happened?
Oh
No,
shit!
Vince,
Everybody froze.
he just kicked himself off. He'll come back. Yeah, Janice, you froze up. So why don't you try to come back? I think Vince just came back. Janice, try to come back in. Try to come back in. You froze up, Janice. Okay, so let me at least be fair. Let me at least be fair because I did present this question. Let me say this real quick for all the folks. So we got a lot of folks watching right now. So a lot of folks watching right now, man. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Please smash that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that button. Smash that like button for anybody watching right now. All right. So let me just to be fair, because I presented this question to the ladies earlier. So now I got to present it to the fellas. So I got Vince on deck. I got JR, and I got Beatbox on deck. Fellas, give me two. Give me two things that's wrong with these black women out here. So I know I asked the ladies earlier, now I'm asking the fellas. I know, Vince, you might have to tread lightly. I understand. Beatboxer, you might have to tread lightly too. JR, I know you can go in and let loose. So I'm asking the fellas, Vince, Beatboxer, JR, give me two. Yep, give me two things that's wrong with these black women. Since the ladies gave us two earlier, y'all give me two from the man point of view. Two things that's wrong with these ladies today. Come off mute, say whatever you want to say. Just give me two. Oh, y'all got to think about it. Oh man. This might get ugly.
Sorry, Mr. Price, I gotta get myself together.
They ain't trying to get cussed out. Colin cussed every black man out. Look at Vince. Oh, yeah, she cussed you out too, Vince. Look at Vince. She wasn't talking to me.
Come on, fellas. This your moment.
I'm
your chance.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Give me two, man. I want two.
They are too independent.
Independent, okay.
And they want to be married, but they don't want to be wives.
So they just want the aesthetics of the wedding, but they don't really want the marriage.
And they don't understand the type of man that they want a certain man, but they don't understand the requirements to get that type of man.
I got you. So they want the dude that's got the resources, but they don't know that, to Janice's point, that they got to act right to enjoy the spoils of the man with the resources.
Exactly.
Okay. I got that. Appreciate that. That too. Beatbox, it's on you, man. Give me two, man.
Affect or attitude is just off-putting. And okay. I'm gonna bang on this drum until I'm dead. The children piece. You having children with ain't shit dudes. I'm gonna bang on it till the cows come home. You can never it's rare to find a black woman with no children, or it had a children with while being married. It's rare. It's hard to find that.
Exhibit A. I ain't got no kids, so.
Cole, you are rare. You are rare, Cole.
Whatever.
You are rare. You are a rare woman, and you cussed us all out and made me cry, and I couldn't stop crying.
Don't feel bad. You like the fifth black man I done cussed out today, so.
Ooh, okay, we're gonna leave that right there. We're gonna leave that right there. Let me come down to JR. JR. Hold on, give me two, JR. Then I'm gonna come up to Coco. Give me two real quick. What's two things that's wrong with these black women out here? Give me two. Come off mute, JR. You still on mute?
He said vagina in their mouth.
Ooh, where that's it? I don't see that. Where?
Bro, what?
I don't see it. Where is that?
It's in the chat.
Hey yo.
It's in the private chat.
Oh, I see it now. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, I was like, I don't see that in the comments.
Oh my God.
Okay,
what's wrong with the vagina? I need to know what's wrong. Is it smell? Is it too wide? What is it called? I mean, Junior.
Yeah, that's JR right there. I don't know. Oh, JR, he done hopped off too. So y'all him made him jump off. I don't know. I can't speak on that. Okay, let me come on up back. I appreciate that right there. So I got your two, JR. Let me come on up here to Coco. I think she wanted to. You want to say something, Coco? You was trying to.
I was gonna say you got some fellas giving you answers in the chat. Don't skip the chat.
I don't know if I can keep up. Where did it start? Listen. Where's Oh wait, I see. Okay. So the shout out to Hakeem Glass in the building. He said independent and masculine. Okay, so the independent that came up twice. Let's see. Shout out to Celts the realists. They don't prioritize intelligence and they have a herd mentality. Okay, the fellas ain't holding nothing back. I was talking to let me see who else. I think was that all of it? Man, Hakeem ain't holding it up. Hakeem been going in all night. It's a whole lot of things wrong with them.
Oh wow.
All right, let me leave that right there. All right, fellas, I appreciate it. So I wanted to be fair because I did ask the ladies that question. So it's about 10:15. So I said we weren't gonna be on here too long. It's about that time. I ain't gonna keep us no more. This is the only thing that I would say about this, right? So we know that there's some things at the root of this situation. I think a lot of folks have taken on the mindset that their opposite is less than them. Because at the end of the day, I don't think folks are looking at self anymore. So we still in this blame mindset. So it's like we always looking at the opposite sex. Oh, you missing this, you missing that, you missing this, you missing that. But we not looking at self and saying, I'm missing this, I'm missing that, I'm missing this, I'm missing that. So I think that there's a lot going on there, which is how I think these egos play in there. Because I see this ego mess, I think that's on both sides. Yeah, I think it's a lot of ladies out here smelling themselves. They think they creme de la creme, and they not. Yeah, but the same with these fellas. It's a lot of fellas out here think that they creme de la creme, and they not. Yeah, so we always, it's like we sizing each. You know, it's almost like we compete with each other. Yeah, the ladies trying to see if they can out earn the fellas. The fellas over here trying to see if they can, you know what I'm saying, son the ladies, one up the ladies. Like it's like we competing with each other. And that was never the design. It ain't no competition. Go ahead, Vince.
Quay, you hit the nail on the head. It's a lot of competition out here with these ladies. They, it's, they want to make more money. I feel like I can make as much money as you, and it's a 50-50 partnership, but it ain't 50-50 on everything.
Right.
It's just so much, Quay. When you talk about marriage, you talk about marriage and being married till death do us part. I mean, some people get married and if it don't work, I'll just leave him, get another one. So I'm talking about marriage till death do us part. It's so much that and I don't think we had a real conversations, because just like what Cole saying, it's like if we move with more intention and more vetting, a lot of these things we can learn about a person the first 30 days. You can know a brother broke in the first couple conversations. You know where his mind at, if he got kids, if he want kids, how he relate. But see, we don't ask those questions. It's just we just having fun, and then you wait a year, you gave him the sex, and now I feel good, and now you find out he don't have no relationship with a 12-year-old.
Let me challenge that though, Vince. So this is what I'm kind of coming to. Let me challenge that point you just made, that, you know what I'm saying, we need to get this vetting in line. Is it really that we need to vet better, or do we need to self-reflect better?
I think it's both. And the reason why I say that, because, and I hate to use back in the day. Back in the day, we had a community like other communities have. They know the person they're dating's parents. They know their community. They went to school together. Their parents went to church together. So you kind of know who you're dealing with. We meet people at the gas station, and on Plenty of Fish, and on Facebook, and at the club at 33 years old. So we have to ask more questions early, because we don't know. But we don't ask these questions. We get involved. We start having sex. But then it's like, well, okay, after 6 months, how you feel about marriage? How you feel about it? And that's the thing. If you want marriage, then you should only date people who are marriage-minded. If you don't want to date people with kids, you don't date people with kids. But I think, because I had this talk, with my son who's 30 years old, I said, you need to ask the big question early. What's the relationship like with your parents? How you feel about your father? But see, those are hard conversations, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it. But I said, you're going to get her mindset when you ask those questions. So a year down the line, you won't say, oh, well, Pops, I ain't know she was like that. I ain't know she ain't respect me, and in that way, I ain't know she really didn't want to be a wife, because you never asked her. So I think we got to ask the tough questions. Just like I said, me and Remy sat at J. Alexander for 3 hours just talking, just taking full accountability. And it was just a beautiful thing. It was like the Lord just dropped down and put my wife right there. I mean, it was just a beautiful thing. I mean, we discussed parents, we discussed exes, we discussed cheating, we discussed on the second date, Quay.
Because you was ready.
What was that restaurant? What was that restaurant again?
J. Alexander.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, man. Okay. Yeah.
That was the second date. Our first date was Chili's. So that was like Cheesecake Factory.
Let's see, Chili's off the list, man. The lady said don't take him to Chili's now.
I
They
love
mess
it.
with Chili's mess with my stomach.
No, she did not just say that. No, she did not. No, she did not.
Wait, can I ask Cole? Can I ask Cole? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
How you feel right now? If I ask the question, I need to make sure.
Oh, okay. Ask away.
Okay. I just who predominantly raised you growing up?
It's up to you. It's up to you, Cole. It's up to you.
Oh no, it's fine. So, I would say raised. I would definitely say my grandmother and great grandmother. I lived with my mother for a significant amount of time, but when we're talking about a way to be, carry yourself, life lessons, primarily them, and in terms of the men, um, primarily my uncle. My dad didn't really talk about certain things until I got older. Um, and even still, I mean, it's certain things he didn't talk about.
Okay, no, I appreciate that. Would you go on somewhere with the Janice? Or you just trying to understand?
Sometimes you can read when you hear people's backgrounds, you can kind of understand why they feel the way they feel on certain things. That's all.
Oh, I got you. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, I appreciate it. Appreciate the transparency, Cole. All right, well, let me get us on up out of here. I'm gonna take some clothes and we're gonna get up out of here. We'll come across the top and the bottom. We go. Coco, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
So ultimately, I'm going to say this, and I know people have mixed opinions about it, and that's okay. I respect it. Hopefully, you guys can respect my opinion as well. But I do agree with the title. I do think that Black women should be with Black men. I think that because I really genuinely believe that we were created to be together. Now, that doesn't mean I'm saying you can't love who you love, but I do believe that is the way that it was intended to be. And I don't think that that's a radical thing to say because for generations and generations and generations, people have believed this. Like cultures have believed that they should stay within their culture. So it's not like I'm saying anything radical. I'm just saying that I still think that that is the case. There's a reason why people say that. It's not because they're racist or it's not because they think there's something wrong with the other insert ethnicity. It's just because you're talking about it is a different culture. And I know we like to say Black people don't have a culture. Like first of all, we're not Black, but anyway, that's probably why you feel that way. But we actually do have a culture, and we actually did have morals and standards and belief systems and traditions and all that. We had all of that. We left them, and so some were taken away and some we left. So I just think that it's a situation where you have to make the decision what's important to you. And I think that that's what we're seeing. This young lady decided what was important to her. She decided what she wanted to prioritize. And she told us out loud what she wanted to prioritize. I don't know this woman as a person. I don't. But unfortunately, she was pretty boisterous out loud about how she felt. Okay, she shared that with us. I didn't go into her personal space. She came on Donald John Quavius Trump's internet, and she shared all her business. So like I know these things because she said them, right? So and unfortunately, she's not the last one to have these very strong opinions. That to my personal opinion, they're based off of something that's not concrete, it's not real, it's not sustainable, it's not substantial. And I just think that this is how a lot of decisions are getting made. I think that's why people are getting married and not staying in the marriage. I think this is why people are dating people and having babies, but they're not staying together. I think that a lot of decisions are being made out of straight from feeling. I think a lot of decisions are being made for aesthetics, for vibes. I think people are, it's a lot of reasons why people are making the decisions that are being made, and none of them are sound. And I think that's why we are where we are. But at the end of the day, if you're going to divest, do that by all means. But I just think that we really do have to consider what we're doing and why we're doing it. There's a video that we didn't share tonight because we ran out of time but that the woman gave her. We'll post it in the shorts, guys. We'll post the video in the shorts so y'all can see it. But there's a video of a woman that gave her perspective of why, how we got here. And she spoke on how Black women will say, well, but Black men are unaliving Black women. And it's like, okay, let's unpack that. And she gave her perspective of how we got here as a community. I'm not saying I 100% agree with her perspective, but it was interesting. So we'll post it so you guys can see it. Okay. But we did get here, and we got to stop acting like Black women, because I'm a woman, so I'll speak to Black women. We have to stop acting like we didn't contribute to how we got here. Like, we got to stop acting like we didn't contribute to it. Like, we all did. We all contributed to how we got here. We all did. So I think that my biggest takeaway is just do the self-reflection first. Like do the self work first, because it could be you. You could be the drama.
Straight like that. Appreciate that closeout. Vince, it's on you, man.
I truly believe that people should marry who they are evenly yoked with. I think in 2026, we do have to understand that we live in a integrated society. I know we are still very segregated, but most people date who they're around. And for those of us that our kids are growing up in these suburban schools and they have other friends, don't be surprised if he bring home Ming Lee or she bring home Brad, because that's who her friend group is. And most people date who they're surrounded by. Now, as far as the community and our ties as tribal ties, now in business, I still try to look for a Black-owned business, because I do understand, when I spend my dollar with them, it goes to their family, it goes to their businesses. So I am a little bit more conscious of trying to build that type of tribal legacy for Black people, even though I get burnt every single time. I'm almost divested from Black businesses. I'm almost gonna do that. I'm gonna, because it seemed like the others on time, and that's a whole nother story. But I think you should just marry who you evenly yoke with. I'm not really on this black and white thing, because this marriage is hard now. And if you find somebody that want to stay in it with you, I don't care if she's Black, Asian, Filipino, or whatever.
Okay, straight like that. Appreciate that closeout, man. B-Box, it's on you, man.
Yeah, this was a great conversation. I'll say this. No matter who you are, you should get your best outcome. I don't care who it's with, or what color they are, or what they look like. Just get your best outcome. I just feel as though that, as Janice said, it has nothing to do with race per se. This isn't the only thing that's popped up. We had an issue with Onyeka, the Nigerian chick with some Russian guy, and he's been finessing not just Black women, he's been finessing everybody. He's some Russian guy. We had a Shira 7 acolyte date a Black dude, and he was messing with her children. It's not even a Black or white thing. It's a lot of these ladies are myopic. They only look at a certain thing that the guy's doing, and they don't consider he might be a predator, he might be this, he might be that, and you're rolling with this guy. So I don't know, man. I think at the end of the day, you should get what's best for you. And a lot of the time, like Joe, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Jonice. A lot of it is only about money for some of these ladies, and then when the backlash happens, then they're confused and they're mad and then they're upset and then they want. And I think one of the reasons, Ms. Coco, why Black men are responding is because in a lot of these scenarios, somehow Black men are thrown into the mix. We had nothing to do with that, right? We had nothing to do with somebody getting unalived or beat up, smacked up, whether he's Black, white, or whatever. And then somehow we like, where are the Black men to protect us? I've said this before and I say it again. We're not going to help y'all in general. Y'all on your own. So good luck, ladies. That's all I gotta say.
Man, oh, man.
Come on.
All right, Janice, it's on you. Go
That's
ahead.
crazy.
Wait, we
That's
about to
crazy.
say this every time I'm on here. Be like, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Janice. You literally always agree with me, and that's like you're like in denial and trying to fight something.
I am in
That's a
denial.
whole nother issue, sir. But you say that every time, so I don't know. You might have to come to terms with some stuff.
Oh, man. You want to say anything closing, Janice?
Black women should be with black men. I agree. I did marry my ex-husband was Filipino and Chamorro. And culturally, it is very, very different. The jokes, we watch Martin, take several seats. The music, when it comes on, is nostalgic. They not going to feel that same vibe. It's just not. They just not. So I do think we should be together. I hope we can get it together. I do have a lot of cousins since I moved. I just moved back to Detroit and I see the attitudes. I'll be like, what are y'all mad about? Like, what is the attitudes? They have really bad attitudes. The woman got some nasty attitudes here. Nasty attitudes. So I see that aspect. And then I see the black man also. They play their games too. It goes both ways, to be honest, since I've been back. I just pay attention. It's just like, I got a group that I started, but I haven't really did nothing. But I'm like, I'm about to teach y'all how to date black men. I know I'm not married, but I'm really good at it. That's the problem. But like, why can't y'all smile, be nice, not cuss them out? Like, what is the problem? They always cussing somebody out.
Yeah, that's what the fellas be saying, though, Janice. What
They
what
do.
the fellas...
Let me tell you. I hope my homegirl ain't on here. I can't see who's online. But anyway, we went out to. I don't want to say we went out, right? It was two guys. She had one guy was talking to me. And he did something. The guy that was with me, she turned around and cussed him out because he took our jackets. I'm sorry if you weren't here. He took our jackets because I said, hey, can you put our jackets somewhere? We was at the sound box. What is that? Sound box at and he put our jackets. We put our jackets at the seats up front where he was sitting. And he did it on his own. And I was like, thank you. She come around and cussed him out. Like, where's my motherfucking jacket? And did it. And I'm standing there like, and then he looking at me. And I put her to the side. I said, what's wrong? She said, oh, that's my grandmother's jacket. It's passed down and da-da-da. Why couldn't you just say that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't know how to control their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Just tell them that's really sentimental to me. Can you just check on it? And that's what I said to him. I turned to him. I said, hey, I apologize. Can you just check on that jacket real quick? And he did it for me. It was simple. So I just think the emotions, it needs to be controlled. Because it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I'm glad you told that story though. And I think that's one of those things we got to get to the bottom of that. Like, where's that charged up anger? Like, where's that coming from? Like, my man didn't come at you like that. So like, why he got to get that from you? Because he called himself trying to look out. He got y'all jackets. You know what I'm saying? He called himself looking out when he got to get this fire. And it's like, why he got to get that fire? Like, it shouldn't be like that. But that would be the same guy though, that if something happened, a young lady will be looking for protection from that guy. But at the same time, you want to give him that work and he ain't even did nothing to you. Like, so yeah, we gotta get down to the bottom of what that is, because I think it's a problem and I think it's lurking in everybody's heads. So it's like we can't come together, we can't articulate how we feel. Like, yeah, that's a whole nother show. All right, I appreciate that, Janice. I appreciate that. Let me come over to Cole. Cole, it's on you. Before we you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Yep, listen to the topic. Black women should be with black men. Should, but in reality, most likely may not be. Like I said.
Oh, come on.
Look, I'm just being real. For me, like I said, I ain't about to be dealing with the attitude every day and that weird ass communication. Nah, and the anger. Nope.
Cole, hold on, my bad. I don't need to be breaking nobody closing, but this little energy, Cole. What's going on?
What?
Cole, did you have a bad date this week, Cole?
I had a bad week and a bad. I told you the fifth black man I cussed out today. Look, the attitude. That's all I've been dealing with today. Grumpy ass. That's not right. That's not right. Like,
you know what I noticed though? No, I'm not trying to be funny. When black men or men in general are at that, they're emotional. just bring femininity to them. Like, just stay calm. That's right. If you stay, no, you have to stay calm in general. Just stay calm, and they will calm down usually. Just stay calm.
But I'm sick of that shit. Why
but,
you acting like
but
a
that's
fucking
what your
toddler?
job. That's what women. That's you a woman, and that's what your strength is.
No, not all
That's
the
your
time.
strength.
No, but I'm not gonna be a placeholder for like your anger or a double ground for your anger. You can communicate. I'm angry. I need a minute. Great, I will come back, but not just going off the handle or just not speaking at all. Like I can't. There's a certain level of communication that you just need to have, and if your ass ain't got it, you gotta go. And that goes with other areas too. Men straight up, men choose themselves all the fucking time. No no guessing, no second questioning, none of that shit. So I feel that I should be able to do the same with certain aspects. Fuck that. Period.
Ooh wee. Okay. All right. Is that how you want to close that out?
That is exactly how I'm closing.
Okay. All right. I'm taking it for what it is. All right, man. We got to get up out of here, man. Like, this has been a great conversation, man. Man, this conversation went in a few different directions. Oh man, but at the end of the day, man, we got to figure this out. Yeah, there's some stuff that is holding us apart, keeping us apart. We got to figure it out. There's anger in there. There's disrespect. There's lack of appreciation. There's egos in there. There's competition. You name it. So at the end of the day, if we want to get this figured out and move in a better direction, man, we got to take a step back, look at how we moving, because that's the first step. Look at how we moving before we look at the other person and correct some of these things about ourselves. I know you may not want to do that work, but it's got to be done or you're not going to get the results you're looking for. It's just that simple. But for me, it starts with us. Based on what I'm seeing and hearing, it starts with us. But, man, shout out to my panel, man. Shout out to Coco. Shout out to Vince, Beatboxer, Janice, Cole. JR was on here earlier. I appreciate y'all holding me down on the panel, man. Can't do it without y'all, man. Awesome conversation tonight, man. Shout out to the comments, man. Y'all was going crazy in them comments, man. Appreciate y'all supporting what we do. If you haven't already, smash that like button, man. Hit that subscribe for all my YouTube folks out there. But, man, you know what it is, man. This Kandid Konvos, man. But, yeah, we're going to be back next week for another one, man. Once again, shout out to my panel, man. And with that being said, everybody have an awesome night. We're going to catch y'all on the next one.